Hey there, digital innovators. I'm Parth Gaurav, founder of Digi Hotshot. Today, we are diving into a hot topic in web development: Webflow versus WordPress. While I started Digi Hotshot as a Webflow exclusive agency in 2019, I have seen it firsthand the struggles many businesses face with WordPress. Over the past 4 years, we have started, I have started this company like in 2019, but I would say it began to grow in the last 4 years only. So over the past 4 years, we have migrated 14 firms from WordPress to Webflow, and we have witnessed remarkable transformations in their online presence and business performance. Now, let's break it down why Webflow is becoming the go-to choice for forward-thinking companies. Now, first let's discuss what is Webflow. So Webflow is like a Swiss Army knife for web design. It's an all-in-one platform where you can design, develop, and host your website. And the cool part is, you see what you're building as you go. No more going back to a different tab to see the code and to change the code and seeing the site in the staging. Now, what about WordPress? WordPress has been around since 2003. It's a go-to for many because of its huge library of themes and plugins. Think of it as a customizable toolkit for websites. Now, let's get into why this matters and how these platforms are stacked up against each other. First, let's talk about ease of use. So WordPress can be tricky if you're not tech savvy. You often need to know some code or rely on plugins for like every feature and things like that. Webflow is more visual. If you can imagine it, you can probably build it without coding. Second, design freedom. WordPress usually needs themes or page builders like Elementor. Webflow gives you a blank canvas to start with. You can design anything from scratch easily. I would say not that easily. It requires some learning curve, but it is comparatively easy. Third, speed of development. WordPress can be quick for simple sites, but it gets slow or it gets complex, I would say, very fast. Webflow users report building sites up to 94% faster. That's like finishing a project in days instead of months. Fourth, customization. WordPress relies heavily on plugins. This can slow things down and cause conflicts. Webflow has most features built in, no more plugin juggling needed. Fifth, site performance. WordPress sites can be slow if you're not careful with your hosting and plugins. WordPress sites are typically faster out of the box. They are optimized from the start, from the get-go. Sixth, security. So WordPress needs constant updates. It's a very popular target for hackers. And on the other hand, Webflow handles security for you. It's like having a bouncer for your website 24/7. And you have probably heard this story from me if you follow me on LinkedIn or if you have seen my last video. One of our client, a public company site, got hacked just 1 week before the launch of their site. You can imagine if you are a public company, and trust me, you don't want to be in that position. Seventh, growing with your business. WordPress can grow with you, but it often needs a lot of backend work. Webflow is built to scale smoothly. It grows as you grow, no fuss. 8. SEO tools. WordPress needs plugins like Yoast for serious SEO work. And on the other hand, Webflow has tools built right in. You can optimize as you build. 9th, hosting headaches. With WordPress, you need to find and manage your own hosting. Webflow includes hosting, and it is one less thing to worry about. And as we are talking about the hosting thing, if you are following the news recently, so WordPress banned WP Engine, one of its major hosting providers, from accessing its resources. And this has put like millions of sites at risk. And as you see that everything is inside Webflow, including the hosting, these multi-organizational conflicts will not happen. So it is one less thing to worry about. 10th, managing content. WordPress uses plugins for advanced content management. On the other hand, Webflow CMS is powerful and flexible right out of the box. Now let's talk about the real world impact. So recently a big research company called Forrester did a study on Webflow. And here's what they found. First, ROI. Businesses using Webflow saw a 332% return on investment. And that is huge. Second, speed. They built and launched sites 94% faster. And as I said, just imagine finishing up a project in a week instead of 3 months. Third, savings. Companies saved over $850,000 by switching from WordPress to Webflow. Fourth, efficiency. Teams worked 80% faster on content updates with Webflow. Fifth, quick win. The switch to Webflow paid for itself in less than 6 months. And what I can do is, these are like some bullet points from the report. You can read the entire report, and I will drop the link in the description below for you to check out the entire report. But now let's get back to the video. But it's not just about the numbers. Let's look at how the companies are doing. First, let's talk about Rakuten SL. By the way, you can find all these case studies on Webflow's site as well. So after switching, Rakuten SL, after switching from WordPress, they saw more visitors, more new users, and people sticking around on the site for longer. Second, another company, DNS Filter, they moved over 100 pages from WordPress to Webflow in just 2 months. Do you think that is possible with any other developer with this much of efficiency? Their team says updating the site is no longer a big task for them. Third, attentive. So after moving to Webflow, their traffic jumped by 27% in just 1 week, and their SEO got better too. Fourth, Freshly. They moved their blog from WordPress to Webflow. Now they can make changes faster and cheaper. Fifth, Verta. With Webflow, they are doing now more projects faster. They're not worried about security, stuff like they were with WordPress. And like from my own experience of past 5 years, here are a few things. First, plugin problems. WordPress sites often slow down with too many plugins, and Webflow eliminates this issue entirely. Second, design limitations. As I said earlier, many WordPress users feel constrained by the themes, and Webflow's design freedom is a breath of fresh air for creatives. Third, learning curve. While WordPress has a steeper learning curve for non-developers, Webflow's visual approach makes it more accessible to a broad range of users. I would say Webflow is comparatively easy than WordPress, but it requires a specific skill set, a very specific expert to build a site right inside Webflow, just like any other builder, I would say. But comparatively, you can operate Webflow easily as compared to WordPress. Now, next is maintenance time. WordPress users spend significant amount of time on updates and backups. On the other hand, Webflow handles this automatically, freeing up your time for actual design and content creation. And fifth is mobile responsiveness. Webflow's approach to responsive design is more intuitive and efficient compared to many WordPress setups. And as we are talking about this, if we give our example, so as I have said earlier, we are a Webflow exclusive agency, and I can tell you that 80% of our clients are not on a retainer with us, just because these 80% clients don't need an agency on their side for regular maintenance stuff. Once their site is up, if like what is the usual process when we deliver the sites? Once we develop the site on Webflow, we give their entire team a training live as well as Loom video, so that they can easily manage the content on the site and develop new pages using CMS or components by themselves, and they don't need to rely on any external dev for just managing their site. So while we have a high retention rate, the clients keep coming back to us for more work, but they don't necessarily need us for maintaining the site. And I would say that's the biggest advantage of using Webflow compared to WordPress. Now I think that you're probably convinced that moving from WordPress to Webflow is a smart move. But here's the thing. It's not as simple as clicking a button. Let's talk about what migration is and how it actually really looks like. First, time. Let's talk about the duration. So moving your site usually takes minimum 2 weeks, sometimes longer, or I would say if you're a big company, it would take at least, let's say, 3 to 4 weeks to migrate your site from WordPress to Webflow. And if it is a like for like migration, I would say like for like migration means exact same design, just on Webflow. Second, we don't just copy your WordPress site. There's no such thing. We rebuild it from scratch in Webflow. This gives you a clean, efficient site with neat code, neat HTML, CSS and JavaScript. That's what you will get. Third, content transfer. We carefully move all your content like blog post and product info, everything that you have on the site, into Webflow's ecosystem, Webflow CMS. It's like reorganizing a library. Everything needs to be in the right place to be connected properly. Fourth, cost. Yes, this process costs money, but think of it as an investment. You're setting yourself up for easier, faster updates in the future. Fifth, finding an expert. The first step is finding someone who knows Webflow inside out. Webflow, if you go to Webflow and if you type Webflow experts on Google, Webflow has a list of certified partners who can help you. We have been a certified Webflow partner since 2020 and have moved around 14 companies from WordPress to Webflow. Not around, exactly 14 companies as of now. We have done others too, like from Joomla. So we recently launched a government administration site and migrated it from Joomla to Webflow. You can, if you go to our site, the first site that you will see, it is that site. We migrated from Joomla to Webflow. And we have done Squarespace as well, but I would say most we have done from WordPress to Webflow. WordPress has been great, but Webflow is changing the game. It's faster, more flexible, and easier to use, especially for businesses that want to move quickly and look great online. Your website isn't just a digital business card anymore. It's a key part of your business. Choosing the right platform can put you miles ahead of your competition. So, are you ready to make your web development smoother and more powerful? Do you want a website that not only looks amazing but also drives real results? If Webflow sounds like it could be your next move, reach out to us at Digi Hotshot. We are not just Webflow experts, we are here to help your businesses grow online. And right now we are offering a deal on migration cost for companies ready to switch to Webflow. And the main reason for this has been, as I said, the news, if you have heard it, Webflow, WordPress banning WP engine from accessing its resources. That's the main reason that we are offering this deal. I was running an offer earlier as well, but when this news came up, I thought that I should extend this offer and help out these companies, help out you guys who are still on WordPress and looking to migrate to Webflow. Your team might be very comfortable in using a WordPress site and operating your WordPress site, but trust me, it's a better choice for the future. You can DM me on LinkedIn or just email me with whatever questions that you have with regards to Webflow or the migration process. I can help you. And you can also follow me on LinkedIn as well, where I post regular content like this and how migration from WordPress to Webflow is beneficial for you, how Webflow makes your life easier, how Webflow will make your team much faster. And I can give you another stat that right now it is second week of October. So this news came, this banning thing came like around 28th of September. The week after that, I did 6 meetings across the whole week, all the companies wanting to move from WordPress to Webflow. That's the thing that has also pushed this whole migration thinking, and that news just have accelerated this trend of migrating from WordPress to Webflow. So thank you so much for watching my Webflow versus WordPress showdown. I hope you liked it. Remember, in today's fast-moving digital world, being quick and flexible is key, and Webflow helps you be both. See you in the next video. If you like this breakdown, hit that like button and subscribe for more Webflow and web design insights. And if you have any questions about moving from WordPress to Webflow, drop them in the comments or just DM me or email me. My email is in the description. My LinkedIn account link is in the description. You can just reach out to me anytime. And let's keep talking and let's keep discussing and migrate to Webflow. Thanks.